Coming up on this episode of Lust to Dust.
Oh my God.
That's crazy for that age.
No. That's crazy.
Wow.
Just generally.
In general.
From lust to dust.
Welcome back to From Lust to Dust, my horny dead dad.
Podcast where we read our dead dad's sex book.
I'm Brett Dodenhoff.
Connor Dodenhoff.
Today we got very special guest, Rachel Samples.
Honored to be here.
You're a comedian.
Content creator, listener of stories.
Hey,
Stories.
prepare
What
us.
about your own stories, Rachel? Tell us about what's mom and dad like back home.
They're like that duo, they're besties. Like, I don't think my mom has ever independently gotten on a plane without my dad being together. Like, kind of old school.
Kind of like Kelly Ryan's parents were like that
Yeah.
too. Maybe it's like female comics have parents that are either divorced and in horrible, awful marriages.
Or a really profound. Either way,
like-
I guess there's trauma to it.
Yeah.
Profoundly healthy or like problematic.
Yeah, we haven't really found the in-between, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
Seeing like two people in their 60s in love, it is kind of like, what is this?
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And dad's intense.
Dad's like sweetie pie. Like, truly, my dad has like resting happy face. Like, if you saw him in a
That's
crowd at Costco, he's just like, something devastating could happen. He's resting happy face. It's crazy.
Yeah. We didn't get the resting happy face in our family. We got a lot
Yeah.
of RBFs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What about, so if you look at our dad's dating life, how might you compare it to your own there, Rachel?
Not the same.
Okay. I would be very shocked if you said the same.
Same. I've never dated anyone who was in their third trimester with someone else's
Sure.
baby.
Because everyone who sat in that chair said that they have. So
What's happening right now? My dad went to maybe the worst therapist, not only in Charleston, but the United States. Have you ever been to a bad therapist? And I was arguing this last time. Therapy can be a wonderful tool, but they can derail the fuck out of your life.
It's bad. Yeah.
Do you have a specific experience?
I remember trying to do no shade to BetterHelp, but I remember like just giving that a go and
Right.
like chatting with a woman who was like actively reading off of a worksheet. Like, wasn't even like looking up at me during the camera
Wow,
remote, but it was,
fascinating.
yeah. And I was like, cool, I'm all set on this. Yeah.
cool. I'm actually
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
My dad really went to a bad one.
My dad's finding himself in an interesting spot here. He's still in love with Lori, okay? But the only problem is she is now carrying another man's baby. There's something going on here about like,
Right.
it's activating maybe his savior complex in him, this sort of thing. His therapist probably should have given him the opposite advice, but instead she's doubling down. And now we got to know, what decision is Bob going to make? Does he lead with his heart here? And to be honest, I don't know what that means. His heart, I don't know.
His heart and his dick are so intertwined. It's kind of a new organ, you know?
Yeah.
He's
It's-
kind of different. Like
His heart
invented-
has dropped down.
I mean, if you looked at his heart, it would be kind of bonded with his
yeah.
testicles.
his harness.
His aorta is strung through his ball sack.
It's all one. It's a beautiful thing about my dad. It's also why the cancer spread so quick.
Yeah.
It's everything's connected a little too
Bob,
much.
no wonder. You got malignant cancer in 30 seconds.
By all accounts, this should be stage 1. But this is
Bob, you got cancer yesterday.
it's a miracle. Literally, as we're testing it, grew it jumped 3 stages.
From the time he went in the MRI machine and out.
I go, this is fascinating.
We've never seen anything like it. Oh my God. It's dark, but we're having fun.
But we're having fun.
All right, we're gonna dive back into Lori and see what the fuck he's gonna do. I'm betting the house, and I think I know where this is going. But let's dive into the book and
really?
see what happens.
You lived it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I didn't act on anything for the next several days. I simply thought about my session with Evelyn and everything that was said. I finally came to the conclusion that Evelyn was right. If I dated Lori, pregnant or not, it was simply our business. And who had the right to intervene? I'd known many women in their late 30s and beyond who never had the opportunity for a child, and there was often great regret and remorse. Yes, a pregnant, unmarried woman in her early 20s is usually tragic, for it completely curtails so many possibilities for her life. But I came to the conclusion that a pregnancy for an independent, financially capable woman in her 40s was a blessing.
He twisted this, and I told this story on a few episodes ago. When he told us she was pregnant, he didn't word this as this is somehow a mishap or, it's unfortunate this happened. He spun it as this was a blessing of God and that we needed to look at it as a divine intervention.
Which again, looking back, it is like for him to justify
Yeah.
getting back together with her, he did have to like probably bring in a little bit of like, this is a miracle.
I think there's some traditional beliefs of a baby needs a father figure.
Yeah.
Maybe Evelyn also said gave a little nudge in that direction.
Oh, good point. Maybe she's ultra religious. You think he was going to like a church therapist? Because that would honestly make kind of sense as to why she would suggest this.
I will say a church therapist seems probably about the worst advice you can get.
Is a church therapist just a priest, you guys?
We're just describing a priest.
I think you're just describing a
There's church therapist.
Church
therapist. That's just-
Church therapist
Believe you mean
baptized me that
priest?
one time.
and it was presented as a miracle to you guys.
He's kind of manipulating the child's brain to say, don't pass judgment. This is a miracle of God.
Yeah.
End of story.
Because it's like, well, what are
Yeah.
we supposed to say?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be like, leave the pregnant woman? That's a tough spot to put me in.
And now we're basically defying the Almighty if we say leave her.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether I was in the picture or not, Lori was just this kind of woman. I had also spent a great deal of my youth overly concerned about others' opinions of me, to the point that it paralyzed me in many ways, or I would have made different decisions had I only had the guts to not worry about what other people thought.
It's like rejection therapy. You're so afraid of what people think about you. What's the worst thing you could do?
The anecdote is not to go the complete opposite direction and then do whatever the fuck you want because you don't care. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not the solution. The solution is, hey, maybe go talk to the person at the party, even though
Yeah.
your inhibitions were telling you not to.
There's kind of this adage with like the older you get where you're like, I wish I just didn't care what people thought. And I'm like, if you live your life completely not caring what people, you're just a tough hang.
Isn't there a meme or something? It's like pieces on the other side of Cringe Mountain.
Yeah.
I either saw that in a video or a meme.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's fucking true.
If you can get through the cringe.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's
No.
like, who cares?
There is a lot of truth to it. However, I do think a little bit of judgment kind of strings the world, makes the world go
Yeah.
round a little bit, you know, or
Yeah.
otherwise we're completely winging it.
Well, look, I think we'll find whether peace or not is through on the other side of Cringe Mountain.
Yeah.
Ain't much more cringe than dating.
Well, he's about to climb fucking Everest of cringe. So let's see what happens.
And now, how ironic. Here I was in a situation that seemed to be the ultimate test of self-confidence. Dating a pregnant woman who was carrying a baby that wasn't mine. Yes, I thought, if I could handle this situation, then I could almost handle anything.
I mean, this isn't American Ninja Warrior. This is just like,
Yeah, just
this
super matter of fact about it.
yeah. And this isn't the, Big Brother. It's like, this is our life. This is the lives of your children, of your friends, of how you're perceived. It's like, don't treat it as though it's just a game show. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a weird way to be like, I just need to get, this will be good training for life.
Yeah.
There's something with this where I think with the perception from other people is like getting a pat on the back for being with the woman and helping her through pregnancy. I feel like there's maybe an angle there.
I called Lori the next morning. I dialed her number with an immense sense of trepidation, almost wishing she wouldn't answer. She did. Lori, hey, listen, I want to start by telling you how sorry I am about the situation. She sighed. Thank you. I appreciate it. There was little emotion in her voice, but she seemed glad to hear from me. Listen, I really want to get together. I want to say a few things. Can we meet later for coffee? She hesitated for a moment and then said, sure. I hadn't seen her in months, but when she walked up to the coffee shop, one thing was clear. She was still very beautiful, and the way her hips moved from side to side as she walked slayed me as always.
Oh my
The
God.
hips. Oh, childbearing hips.
I was nervous. Yes, I had decided to try and get back together, but a part of me still thought I had lost my mind. This girl was getting ready to show, and for the next 5 months or so, I might as well carry a siren to draw attention to us. But I had to remind myself that nobody's opinion mattered.
If you're having to remind yourself this many times, it's not doing you any favors. Okay. And I really don't care what anyone thinks, but if every fucking day I have to tell myself that, then it's not like I'm living a tortured life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And remember, no one's opinion.
Nope.
There is like the flip side of this though, where I'm like, maybe it's just he's madly in love with her.
Yeah.
But there is like something, I think, I don't know if redeemable is the word, but like nice about, I don't know a lot of guys that would do this.
I don't think he's doing this out of the goodness of his heart. I think he's
There's a serotonin.
There's a
There's a
serotonin
high
thing.
of
Right.
loving love. This is so like rom-com out of
Yeah.
a movie.
Also, given we know that this book doesn't end with Lori, We'll see. We'll see how their relationship
All right.
lasts. As before I go, he's the knight in shining armor.
If the book ended here in 10 pages, I'd be like, all right, this is a fairy tale ending, but we know it's not. So I know that every decision he's making here was the wrong one.
We got our coffee, and I got right to the point. Lori, I want to get back together with you. I love you.
And she's like busy, successful, pregnant, so she's not feeling great. So her attitude going into this coffee shop is probably like, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Why am I meeting? What could
What?
possibly be said here?
Yeah.
Like,
She just stared at me for a moment as if in disbelief. I know everything has been fucked up, I said. The whole thing has been a complete mess, but I know you wanted your baby. I can only imagine how betrayed you feel right now, but at least you now have a child. Lori, I've thought about us nonstop for a long, long time.
Again, it's like my dad had to drop us off at school and then go meet this woman for. It's like it's so.
You guys-
it's like
Also, this is just a lie. He hadn't thought about her at all till 2 weeks before when Leanne approached him. It's just a flat out lie.
yeah.
He's confessing love that was invented last Wednesday.
She didn't say anything, but her eyes welled up with emotion. She grabbed a napkin and started to wipe away some tears. She finally broke the silence. Well, I love you too. I haven't stopped.
I still think you might be taking because as far as I
It's
know,
also tough with hormones too.
that's
I
what-
hate to say it, but
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. That I
Yeah.
think that when you're that, you have the hormones and all that. She just got broken up with
Yeah.
not the time to be getting together
She's
with someone.
fully, yeah.
she's not in clear head, is what you're saying here. Like this.
No
is,
coffee can make that a clear head. Like no coffee could
Double
turn that
espresso
around.
is.
Nope. Well, sometimes you can't have coffee.
Yeah.
From the female perspective, I think her brain is truly scrambled eggs emotionally right now.
Right.
You think my dad was like, I should probably try to do this now while that's the case before she's
And also-
clear-headed post-pregnancy.
Yeah. And there's also such a different approach versus kind of floating this conversation on the phone
Yeah.
versus meeting up in person, where that's like if someone like proposed to you in public.
Yeah.
If I got proposed to in a super public space and everyone's watching, I
basketball
would
game
just
or
say
something.
yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
To save this person, like, and I'd be like, but we need to talk immediately when
Yeah.
we get home. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So you're in a public space. So if
Yeah.
someone says, I love you, you're like,
Yeah, sure. I'm in a coffee shop, so sure, I
yeah.
love you. Let's
if
move
the
on.
stakes are higher to like reciprocate,
Yeah.
I think.
I love what if it just is the coffee. She calls 4 hours later after the Starbucks wore off. And she goes, sorry, Bob. The double
Wow,
espresso
okay.
got to me.
Once that wore off. Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, it's a little too caffeinated.
I reached across the table and grasped her hands into mine. I really want to be a part of your life, and I think now is our time.
Now is our time. There's only one way to describe all the events right now as our time.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't describe this as our time.
It's so obviously not your time.
Yeah. Nope.
We talked for over 2 hours, chatting about the baby, catching up in general, and laughing about old times. She never brought up how it might look to have me with her being pregnant side by side, wondering what people would think, but I could sense that she knew how awkward it might be. As I kissed her goodbye at her car, she looked at me and started to cry. You're a wonderful man to do this, and baby, I want to be with you. Everything will work out fine.
What's the gap between when they broke up to right now?
6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
But also, he had pretty much moved on. So this is all bullshit. And he's
Okay.
coming at her, and it's all emotion. She's really emotional.
Yeah.
He's caught up in this. I don't know if he's fetishizing it. I don't know if he's just like he's been swooped
I
up
don't
in
get
this
the
in a way.
sense that he's fetishizing the pregnancy.
I think he's fetishizing being this caregiver.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not so much a sexual thing. It's fetishizing what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like the romance of I'm a caregiver. I'm saving her.
I'm
out of
a
something.
savior
Yeah,
complex.
Because it is like, imagine what people will say, but also imagine what they will say. It's, it's like,
Yeah.
And everything went fine, at least for a while. No, we didn't just jump into a sex-based relationship right away. In fact, we slept alongside each other for several weeks without having relations. She had just had her heart broken, or at least went through a relationship trauma, and I knew she had to heal. After our 3rd week back together, we went to bed, and as usual, I jumped in bed naked.
All right, he was a nude sleeper. So I don't know if what the next sentence here is.
I don't know what could possibly, as usual, after
Yeah.
this
As
all-
usual. I'm just
sleep in some boxers for a couple weeks, Bob.
God.
I'm willing to date a woman who's pregnant, not my baby, but I'm not
I
willing
know.
to sleep in a
I
pair
will-
of Fruit of the Loom.
We lay there for a few minutes kissing, and then my hands moved for the first time in many months to her breasts. As I started to move my hand back and forth, she interrupted. Do you know how many times we didn't have sex when we dated? Excuse me, I asked, confused about where she was going with this. Of all the nights I was with you, do you know how many nights we didn't have sex? Damn, I mean, no, I have no idea how many. 4.
Oh my God.
That's crazy for that age.
No. That's crazy.
Wow.
Just generally.
In general.
Yeah.
4. Also, like, think of all that happens in a year. You know, you can get the flu. You can get sick.
I
you know, you're hungover. All of these different things, and still showing up.
I mean, you can hook up when you have your period, but I'm like, damn, girl.
4 is almost weirder than none. Because I'm like, what the hell happened on those 4 days?
I know.
You had
Heavy dinner.
361 days?
Yeah.
I feel like emasculated by this. That's crazy numbers.
I did not inherit this gene.
yeah.
4 nights? Jesus, what was wrong with me? I must have been sick. No, if you recall, being sick never deterred you at all. She was making reference to the time that, even though we weren't dating, I asked her to come nurse me when I had a sinus infection. I accidentally decided to have sex with her, having been miraculously nursed back to health by her extraordinary medical skills.
The emphasis he put on sex and everything, his anecdote for illness probably was sex.
Yeah, to feel better.
I do think it gave him so much dopamine, serotonin, it probably would get him out of a funk pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I read this recently. When you have the flu and you're sick, you're not curious. It's a evolutionary way that we keep away from people. Like that's why you're kind of repulsed by human connection when you're sick.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like a way for humans to not spread the illness to one another.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Clearly, he didn't have this.
Wow.
He would have spread.
Oh, yeah.
He
COVID
would've-
would have been
Oh,
unbelievable.
God.
I mean, super spreader.
He would have been a
alert. I mean,
super
this-
spreader, and not one who's like silently super spreading. He would have been as sick as he could be, still trying to get laid at the club.
But that thing would have wiped out humanity.
Yeah. Oh God. You give Bob smallpox in the year 19.
Oh, it's over.
900.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's,
Yeah.
The human race wouldn't exist.
Yeah. I think the government may have taken him out. They go, this guy, if a pathogen does.
They kind of killed him. He kind of died, before COVID, before it could have gotten bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably did some tests and they're like, all right.
Yeah. The Chinese maybe.
Bob and a couple other people are
Oh, my God.
what's worse than a nuke? A BOB. Bob. The Chinese or Russians may one day engineer a pathogen and give it to a horny 48-year-old divorcee.
No, silly. It's just that we always seemed to make love whenever we stayed together. And what's wrong with that? I asked with an impish smile. Nothing, I guess, she said, returning my smile and then leaned in to kiss me. We made love that night, the first time in many months. As I'd experienced before with my ex, I'd always been turned on by the sight of a good-looking pregnant woman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
there
saying.
It is. There it is.
You fought me on it.
The truth comes out.
I'm telling you, he knew for the next 6 months, he could just unleash the gates.
Wow.
And this changes the whole side. I mean,
You can definitely not get pregnant if you're already pregnant.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
chance.
there's no doubling up.
There's no doubling up.
twins
Okay.
out of
He's
that.
sitting there, he's thinking everyone thinks he's a good guy. Pregnant woman, not
Yeah.
my baby. And everyone's sitting here, except for me, the fucking idiot.
I just love the older brother POV. No, Dad. No.
Yeah.
No.
I know the man too well. It's like, again, and I know him well through the book so far. It's like, we kind of know who this guy is. He likes fucking.
I'd always
Yeah.
been turned on by the sight of a good-looking pregnant woman.
We were once again inseparable, spending as much time as possible together and even traveling to Europe for a 10-day cruise.
No, he breezes over the cruise story. We've told the cruise story on the podcast, how he tells us going on the cruise with her, it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And that's a one sentence.
We'll have-
that's a one sentence.
We'll have
affair
one of
in
our
the book.
cousins give us some.
Give him more details from an
Yeah.
older perspective. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
The cruise was a child scarring event.
Are there photos from it?
Not that I'll include because for her
Oh, no, we
privacy,
can't.
but
Yeah.
but I will.
I'll show you.
No, it was
It was documented.
Yeah.
It was an indelible.
And I'll tell you,
memory.
there were definitely photos from people that weren't in our family taking photos of us.
Right.
Cool.
It's
I'm
an
sure
indel-
word
yeah.
got around.
Were there uncomfortable social interactions during the time she was pregnant? Of course, and they were to be expected. To prepare as best we could, I informed my closest friends that we were not only back together, but that Lori was pregnant by another man. After the expected silence on the other end of the phone, I then let them know that, yes, it seemed somewhat crazy to be dating her again, but that I cared for her very much, and it was certainly unconventional, to say the least. I went on to explain that, like all capable women of her age, I believed she deserved a baby. Given this, I was happy for her, and I expected they would be too.
He's just spinning. It's all fucking, it's the spin zone.
Yep.
The silence on the other phone must have been deafening.
You know what it is? Because this is when, like, I think that he's talking himself through it and it's one where you go, I don't think he's just going to have to run this one out.
Yeah.
Because you go, there's no, I can't tell him that we're not leading him to the rational side here.
Right. He's in too deep.
Yeah. He's in too deep.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It almost part of me, there's like, people get off on embarrassment, like the, what's his
Let's
name?
not pile on another fetish.
I almost feel as though he's getting off on like, this is such a horrifically embarrassing thing to do, but there's a part of his brain that like gets a adrenaline rush out of it.
For like the attention seeking
a little
side
bit.
of it. Yeah.
There's an attention.
Yeah.
There's an attention seeking kind of like,
Again,
oh, this is hitting something a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking weird to people, but you're kind of the clown on stage. You know what I mean?
Most important, I ask that they respect our situation and that they do everything possible to make Lori feel comfortable when they saw her and or us together.
If you're pulling out to your friends, please just respect our situation.
It's
like,
you shouldn't have to say that.
you should, there's really...
And every time you have to say that, that's like your kid just plowed through 11 people at a state fair. Or something.
It's like, look, that's like, let our family kind of process this as we do. Respect our situation for him right here is like, I am not taking questions.
Yeah.
I will not explain it beyond this. And you're either in or you're out.
Yeah.
And if you're in that position as a human being, you fucked up.
Yes.
Like there's no like copacetic thing that you end up in where people are kind of judgment, whatever. It's like if you're to that level where you have to say like, I respect my situation, it means you fucked up.
Well, it means that they're going to tell you probably the truth on the other end.
Yeah. And you want to hear it.
And you don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear that.
Precisely.
We get used to amazed looks when walking into a restaurant, complete with hushed whispers and sometimes intentional attempts to pretend they didn't see us. Rather than be embarrassed or uncomfortable, however, I actually began to see these circumstances as a form of entertainment.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
You see
yeah.
what you see? It's something is hitting the brain.
Yes.
And it's tickling that thing, that inner child, whatever it is, he's getting amusement out of it.
I need to know the transition in the relationship once she gets too pregnant to hook up.
I see 4:17 a.m. written here, which means
I was comfortable with my decision, and if someone else wanted to gossip or talk about us, so be it. Complete strangers had a consistent reaction. Congratulations to the both of you was mostly heard. We never bothered to correct them either. We simply said thank you.
We threw a lot at you, Rachel.
Wow.
But
I'm like on the edge of my seat for how this is going to unfold.
I know, now you got it.
well, again, I'm being very harsh on him. Obviously, I've kind of put him through the ringer because I do think he deserves it with this. I mean, I've been more forgiving on some of the other stuff, but I think this was just...
We did live through this. I mean,
This was like peak selfish.
Right.
Yeah, and it's also like he didn't think about like the fact that like my kids go to school, kids talk, parents talk, and I think I did learn at that point to be like, I was the first to make fun of my dad for shit, like to my friends. But because like if we were in the other case of like still imagining he's like this
hero
man on the pedestal, it's like this would have been.
This was the most memorable misstep, I think. Obviously, I think Brett and I have learned and through the book many times is that sometimes when we were judgmental of him, well, there was a human behind there. There are reasons.
Mm-hmm.
People are imperfect. We all are. I've made mistakes since as an adult, so I understand it. This in particular, I remember back just being like, it seemed fucked up then, and it still seems bizarre now. And I think he deserves a little bit of the criticism here. He does.
He should have done it. Oh, in my opinion, it is harmless. Other to, I mean, it's his family reputation aside. I think that this is a relatively harmless. Like she wasn't probably going to be dating anyway in this period of time,
Right.
and he probably was like decent partner in that.
The good thing he could have done is kind of support from afar. There's a way to maybe like meet her for coffee once a week and, not confess your love to her and just like, which would be difficult. I'm not even sure that would work, so to speak, but like it's better than trying to fall back in a relationship.
And be the pseudo father. Yeah.
Yeah. Like why is it necessary to go back as a relationship other than...
What's your opinion, Sophie?
Yeah,
we threw you into
I feel like you guys are both very therapized and very like, even if you're like having fun with it, I'm like, you guys are very like just well-spoken and like the emotions of it and all that.
I think we've had to Yeah.
You guys have had some time.
This book, without unpacking it, would be.
Yeah.
Clearly, we've not gone to Evelyn to get this therapy.
Yeah.
But
you
no,
had
we
good
had a
therapist.
good child therapist growing up. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was.
Shout out to, I won't say her name.
Yeah,
but
we won't say her name, but she was very helpful in this. I think
Yeah.
that honestly, well, I'm not giving her a lot of credit, but she definitely helped us through a lot of this.
No, and I also
That's
like
good.
think about
Yeah.
too, like we're bringing her. She's dealt with divorced parents before. We're throwing her curveballs left and
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
being like, he's doing what now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so he got her pregnant. Oh no, he did. Okay, so just sorry.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because it Charleston, small town, traditional South
Yeah.
kind of vibes. So a Bob must have been just very bizarre to this woman.
Yeah.
But she handled it. She handled it pretty well. And she really, I think, got us through a lot of things, particularly in this time.
You're the interesting type to have on here with two parents who are loving.
I guess from an idyllic perspective, you did have
Yeah.
an idyllic household. And in a way, as far as you describe it, I don't
Yeah.
know the whole details. What does this sound like to you?
It's an interesting thing to witness your dad being this
Yeah.
bachelor guy.
Our dad, this was a bizarre thing to experience,
Mhm.
but it wasn't like, I mean, aside from the death side of things, but like
Yeah.
the tearing apart of the family through like infidelity and lying and
Yeah.
all that. It's like, that's I think, more traumatizing.
Yeah.
Than like, this is a different thing.
Yeah.
It's bizarre,
Yeah.
but
This-
it's not.
This
you
feels
know.
more like my dad's a character.
Yeah, it's like,
Not-
and this was his,
Right.
you know.
It
Not
does.
like my dad's a lying villain for my
Yeah.
entire life. Like, yeah.
yeah. Our dad was
because,
lying to our
yeah.
entire family and
Yeah,
then no longer
it's a little-
talks. Which
yeah.
We've had
It's
guests
like-
with that.
I think the people who experience the infidelity, the lying, the manipulation, and all that, it can come out a lot worse. Like you said, I think with Bob, it was more pretty wacky character, some bizarre decisions, but not necessarily like a person with an evil spirit. I mean, even in nature, going back to her, has the guise of being somewhat
Yeah.
somewhat benevolent, but
Yeah.
that benevolence in the eye of the beholder.
How many more chapters? Lori's been the
What's going to
Lori.
happen? We know right now things are working all right. They're
Mhm.
banging. Apparently, they hardly ever not bang. So, yeah.
Baby's coming.
Yeah, through sickness and in health, he still likes to fuck. He'll continue to do so, but we know the atomic bomb's coming. We know this has to end because there's a book to get into. There's a lot more girls. So what happens? How does he end up out of this? Does Greg come back? I don't know. But Rachel, thank you so much for
Thanks
joining
for having
us
me,
today.
guys.
This was incredible.
And
Yeah.
where can we find you in the world?
Making sketches, funny videos at Hey Free Samples.
Free samples.
Brett's been in some.
Samples. We'll plug it. We'll plug
Our
it.
cousin, who's a big listener too, massive fan.
Oh,
So,
that's so
shout
nice.
out to other
Shout out-
Rachel.
Wait, is this a cousin? Oh, other cousin Rachel.
Yeah, other cousin
Yeah,
Rachel.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cool. Was she on the cruise?
Yeah.
She was. She
You know.
experienced it. Yeah.
You've seen it.
No, she's a big fan of your stuff.
Oh, that's so
And,
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next week for more Lori. I know you're probably a little tired of her. I'm a little tired of her, but I lived through it. But it gets meaty, it gets weird. But is it ever not weird with Bob? It certainly isn't. Guys, we will see you next week on From
From Us to Dust,
My Horny Dead Dad.
From love